Yeah, it's fine.
Which one?
You can come over here on this side.
Oh, just divide the seats?
Yeah.
Why did I do this? Yeah, that's what I was saying, on this side of the thing. Yep. Your shoes are cute.
Yeah. Super ooey.
It's disgusting in there.
Y'all some nasty.
We live.
I know, that's why I see it.
Oh, we live.
Get your shirt down.
Okay.
Looks cool.
What's that? Go up on it?
Ain't you in a precept Bible in here?
Mine.
Let me see it real quick. Oh, that's the you using it right now?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get a run for the speaker.
You understand? You done found a new brain in Hebrews and stand and walk with the Lord's statutes and commandments alongside. And we don't care who we got to come up against.
Are you connected or not connected? Are you connected too?
You should be coming. You've been here before. You should be going. I'll check. And you had a legs too.
Yeah, you connected.
Can you?
Lots of life to this sheer light. Open up the book just to see it right. We were listening on our ancestors, on those ships who had to pay for life, took us to a place where ain't never stay there. Putting up for our children up in daycare. Fresh out of sleep, they still thinking that they care. Cause in the community, children can't play there. We're still washing bags for that same house. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Burn on the Israelite, cities like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, there's not believe this shit tonight. Brings us to the wrong time. I ain't like most guys. I saw the future, but I learned from a hope right. Try out principles and inherited on both sides. Background and mistreated and there's no life. All that is for life, like on the streets of life. Look at the streets of life, fighting from the streets of life. That's the kids for life. I love to all my kids for life. All my kids for life, like on the streets of life. Look at the streets of life, fighting from the streets of life. That's the kids for life. I love to all my kids for life. Only out your island, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto, Satan won't let the power. The seal of the Lord is found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. I'm to be an Israelite, keep on able to purchase. I'm going to show you who we get in the scriptures. One for academics, traumatized from the religion. I'm a sorry of victim, I'm a sorry that ended. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms. Never getting treated, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I died for the brothers I'm facing east with. That's all I think of like purpose, better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death go through my dreams at night. If your mind dead and we don't dream of life. And live from hell, home of Christians and eat life. All that shit for life. Die from the streets of life. Blood from the streets of life. Fight from the streets of life. Moving through the streets of life. Lord, yes, I love to all my streets of life. All that streets of life. Die from the streets of life. Blood from the streets of life. Fight from the streets of life. Moving through the streets of life. Lord, yes, I love to all my streets of life.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. We on the front lines, doing work in trenches. Making sure election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering the profession, and prophesying these lessons. Protecting all adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the learning reflection. No matter what the complexion, we got a common connection. I'm all a God's selection. A shot of those correction. Do us achieve a reflection. But if you give life, take sacrifice. Battle demons every night. Short days and long nights. Bless me.
Alright, Shalom Yahweh Shabbat Qadash, Shalom Hashem Yahshua, to everyone. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? ISUPK Houston Camp, 1 West 125th Street, under Commander Julian Yohana, Harlem, New York. So today, we're going to go over the Hebrew alphabet and then the origins of the Hebrew alphabet, like how Adam came about with these things, and then also we're going to go over some basic phrases so you can get acclimated in to greeting your brother and sister, also starting a somewhat conversation. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm gonna write on the board on the live stream. All right. So, the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet is the I, all right, or the Aleph, okay? Okay, so this is Paleo Ancient Phoenician Hebrew. This is Assyrian Hebrew, okay? The reason why there are two different Hebrews. We got Assyrian when we were in Assyrian captivity. Okay? So just to get, so each alphabet I'm gonna go over like the origin of how it was created. Okay? So the Aleph, all right, when Adam was looking at it, all right, it comes from basically looking at an ox. You can see it, you know what I'm saying? This right here looks like an ox. This is his horns, things of that nature. So that's where pretty, like we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. So we're going to break it down practically how these words came about. Okay. So this is the all right. And so how we're going to separate it? Just to make it a little bit easier. Ancient Syrian. So y'all know, you know what I'm saying, which side is which. All right. So next, we're gonna deal with the next alphabet. All right, which is the Ba. All right. Okay. This is the Ba. So the Ba looks like the floor plan of a tent. So this is what a tent would look like, right? Okay. So the way the Ba came about, right? It simulated looking downward, like you're looking at a floor plan side of what the tent would look like. Okay, this would be like the entryway coming in. That would be the floor plan of the tent. All right. So this is how Adam basically came up with the language. If you want to have further research about this, you can look up Revelation chapter 22 and 2. All right. The next one we're going to go over is the God. All right. That's God. All right, and the God represented basically a foot, right? I mean, that's not hard to tell. That looks like someone's foot. All right. Okay, so that's how the God came about. All right. Next alphabet we're gonna deal with is the Ha. All right. All right. So this is the Ha. All right. The Ha represented a man's arm raised. So like it looks like this. So it represented a man's arm raised. Okay. So it's like somebody raising their hand. Stick figure. You know what I'm saying? All right. So again, this is the ancient. This is the Assyrian. All right. So and the way it's pronounced is Ha. All right. All right. The next alphabet we're gonna go over is the Wa. And as you can see with each alphabet, the Assyrian basically takes on similar characteristics to the ancient. Like you can see the Y, and it represents a peg. So I don't know if you know what a peg is. A peg is something that you use like when you're hurt. You know what I'm saying? Modern day terms would be a crutch. So, a crutch is something that you help you walk, so on and so forth, or whatever. So this is how the Y came about. But also the Assyrian Hebrew is one half of the Y. All right. So all of the Hebrew characteristics going from ancient to Assyrian takes on similar. It blends the Assyrian language with the Paleo ancient Phoenician Hebrew language. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got next. All right. Next we have the Za, which is pretty simple, which is the letter Z, or how you got the letter Z in English. Okay. All right. The letter Z. All right. So what this represented was like a plow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've ever seen a plow before, but a plow looks like this, okay? And what you do with it, you know what I'm saying? You would plow the field, all right? So all of these things are brought forth from everyday, common tools that were around you. You understand? Like this isn't like Hebrew first and foremost is a very masculine language. All right. So what it sounds like is how like a Native American learned how to speak English. So it sounds like this: woman, come now, sit here. There was no filler words. You understand? So they used common things that they would see every day, like a cup, a plow, a peg, a tent, to represent their language. You understand? So when he wrote it, he'd be like, oh, that's this. You understand? Which is how the language came about. All right. So that's the Za. All right. So next is the Kha. All right. So this sounds like you're hawking up a loogie, right? It's Kha, Kha, Kha. Okay. It's not a Ka. It's a Kha. All right. So I think it's the latter. No, it's a wall. So this was made from looking at a wall, which is not hard to tell. You understand? Like made a wall, right? This would be brick, all right? Okay, so this is how the letter Cha came about. You know what I'm saying? Adam was looking at a wall. He was like, okay, bam. This is how he got the letter, all right? Very, very simple. It's not rocket science, okay? And as you can see, it looks similar to one another. So for me, ancient Hebrew was very easy for me to pick up off the cuff, but I've grown in Assyrian. If you can learn Assyrian Hebrew, this is nothing. You know what I'm saying? You'll get it like that. All right. All right. So the next letter we're gonna deal with is the Ta. All right. Which is also where you get I guess kind of it's like an X-Men symbol, right? So it can be thicker so you guys can see online. All right, this is the Ta. All right, so this is ancient Assyrian. Is someone at the door? All right, no sweat. All right. So basically, what this represented was a basket, looking from the top view. Okay. So, you know, doing my little art thing today. Okay. So that's what a basket looked like. You know, you got your little weaves in there.
Sign, floor.
Okay. That's what a basket looks like from the top view. That's what it looks like, okay? And it'll have some type of bracing in the bottom of the basket in order for you to hold things. It wouldn't break through the bottom of the basket, okay? So this is how the ancient Hebrew letter Ta came about, from looking at something practical that you see every day, all right? All right. The next one we're going to get into is the Ya. All right. All right. This is the Ya in ancient and Assyrian Hebrew. All right. This was formed from looking at an arm with a closed hand. So it's almost like putting up the Black Power fist. Okay. Which is, you know, so fist closed. I mean, that's gonna represent a fist. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was formed. And this is the man's arm right here. Okay. All right. So this is the fist, the hand, right? His arm, his bicep. That's how the ancient Assyrian word for the word Yah was formed. All right. So, and understand, like, each letter in the alphabet has its own meaning, right? So, like, I'll give you an example. So, like, the first level, you know what I'm saying, gives like power, authority. The Ba is like for like family or house. Because remember, I went over, the letter was formed by looking at a tent, right? So the words for family, you know what I'm saying, and for house have Ba in it, right? Same thing for the word God. The word God represented a foot. So its simple definition is like to gather or to walk, right? Same thing for the Da. The Da was, I skipped Da. Let me go back. Salaki. All right. I skipped over Da. All right. So this is Da. All right. So the way the word Da came about was from a door. Okay. But clearly doorways didn't look like that back then because it was a doorway for a tent. So if this was your tent, quite naturally, the doorway to your tent would be the same thing, right? Okay. This right here, it looks like a door. It looks like a door hinge. Okay. So the die, you know what I'm saying, represents to move, to hang, or an entrance, which, you know, the Syrian pretty much looks like all of it. Looks like something she can hang something from, an entrance, entryway, and for moving. Okay. I skipped over die. All right. So the next one we have is the ka, not to be confused with the word ka, but ka, K-A. All right. So all right. So and also certain words in Assyrian, they have an ending cap. So the ending letter in the Assyrian will be different from the actual letter. So this would be the beginning of the letter in Assyrian. This would be the ending of the letter in Assyrian when you're ending a word. Okay? So the ka, all right, was formed from an open palm, like an open hand. So this right here looks like the palm of your hand. So like the palm of your hand has something like this in it. All right, you know, you got your fingers. All right, so this is how the ka was formed. All right, like Adam was like, okay. All right, so this is the palm of his hand, and it kind of represents, you know, the inside part is the little markings that are in your hand. Because remember, this is the school of universal practical knowledge. You understand? It's not rocket science. Okay. Boom. All right. So the word ka was formed from the open palm of the hand. This word, as far as like definition, has to deal with bending, opening, allowing, or to tame. Everything that you do with your hand, you bend things with your hand, you tame things with your hands. All right. The next one we're going to get into is the la, which is also how you got the letter L. Okay. All right. And the la was formed from a shepherd's staff, kind of similar to what I have in my hand. All right. So this is what the la was formed in. So, but a shepherd's staff, at the end of the shepherd's staff, it would look like this. All right. So that's how a shepherd's staff used to look. He used to have a little crook at the end of it, so when a sheep would get out of line or get out of herd, he would be able to grab it and pull it back into the bunch. That's how the letter la was formed. And the definition for the word la is to teach, to yoke, to bind, or toward. And those are the things that you're able to do with a shepherd's staff. You're able to yoke something or to bind something down, like when it gets out of control. All right. All right. Next is the ma. All right. So the word ma means pretty specific. So when you look at symbols for like all the elements in nature, I'm going to ask, since we got people in the class right now, what does that mean when you see like elements? What does that mean? No. This is a mountain. All right? Think about elements. Like, what are the 4 elements? Somebody tell me what the 4 elements are. Exactly. That's what it is, right? So, the letter Ma, it came from looking at water. Okay? Interestingly enough, the word for mother is Ama. All right? Okay? So, in the word Ma, the definition that you get from that is chaos, mighty, or blood. Things that a woman experiences. Menstruation. You know, they get kind of chaotic on their menstruation. You understand? So that's where Ma comes from. All right? And you know, I mean, we speak in Hebrew now. Hey, what up, Ma? You understand? So we speak in Hebrew. We don't even know it. You understand? That's how you know the black man is Israelite. You understand? All right. So the next letter is the Nas. All right. So the Na comes from a sprouting seed. All right. So I'm giving an example. All right. That's earth. All right. Got a little seed down here. What does it do? It fights to break up light. So it comes up. Right. So that's how a seed looks when it, you know, starts to sprout a little flower or whatever. Okay? So the word na in definition is for continuing herb or a son, right? And S-O-N, not S-U-N. Alright? So this is how the letter for the ancient Hebrew when Adam was just looking at everyday things, how he came up with the letter. So this came from looking at a seed sprouting out of the earth. All right. All right. What's next? All right. The Sa. All right, so the Sa was formed by looking at a balance. All right, so making a little scale here. All right, so this is how the letter Sa was formed. Adam, you know, because back then they bartered. They bartered everything off of the weight of a scale. All right, so like everything had its own weight, whether it was in gold or where you're exchanging goods and services to make sure it was a fair exchange. Like if I sold you like meat, you had to give me a certain amount of bushels that equal the amount of meat of weight that I'm selling. All right. So as you can tell, this Sa looks exactly like a balance. All right. So in Sa, the definitions that you would get were grab, hate, and protect. Okay. All right. The next one is I. All right, which is, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. All right. I literally comes from I. All right. Literally looks like an eye. All right. Iris, pupil. All right. Eye comes from literally your eye. All right. Okay. Next, we have the P. All right. This is another one of those words that have an ending cap, right? In Syrian, this is what it looks like in the beginning of the word. This is what it looks like if it's capping off the end of the word. All right? So, Siri, you tripping. All right, so the letter Pa came from looking at a mouth, right? All right, fairly simple. All right, this is what Adam was looking at when he came up with the word with the letter Pa. So from Pa, you get open, blow, scatter, and edge. All right. So you open your mouth, you blow things with your mouth. You also can scatter things by giving the order. Hey, go over there. You understand? All right. The next letter is the Tazah. All right. That's get it backwards. All right. So the Tazah came from a trail. So if you're looking at a mountain, right? So this is a mountain. So down the mountain, you got diverse trails to get down to the bottom of the mountain. All right. So from the word Tazah, definitions you get are just from the letter journey, chase, or to hunt. All right. These are words in Hebrew that have Tazah that derive from using that word. All right. Okay. The next one is the Qua. And it's also, it almost looks like the letter Q that you have today, because that's a Q. All right. This is how you know that English is a bastardized language. All right. There's nothing special about English. It's actually retarded, because everywhere else, everything is from right to left. English reads from what? Left to right. All right. So the Qua, all right. I mean, it's almost self-explanatory. The Qua came from looking at the sun rising. All right. So this would be the horizon line. This would be the sun. Right? That would be the sun on the horizon. The direction that is going up. All right? This is how you got the Qua. This is what Adam was looking at, you understand, when he came up with this letter. You understand? So with Qua, all right, you get circle, revolution, condense, and time. All right? All right. The next alphabet we have is the Ra. Which is also how you get the letter R. Because that looks like a lowercase r. This looks like an uppercase R. It just doesn't have this little bottom part here. All right? This is where all languages come from. You know, the history of language, you know, the first language was Sanskrit. Then you have Paleo-Phoenician Hebrew, and Assyrian Hebrew, and you have Greek, you understand? Then you have Latin, then everything else breaks off from that. All right? Okay. So the Ra came from the head of a man. That's not hard. All right? That's the head of a man. All right? So understand back then, it wasn't Picasso. You understand? They used stick figures and things of that nature to depict what they were looking at. You understand? So the Ra came about by literally looking at the head of a man and on his neck. All right? So from the letter Ra, you get head, first, top, and beginning. And also understand that the Hebrew alphabets are also numbers. Okay? But we'll get to that on another day. All right? So the next one is Sh. All right? You know, the white man's devil the Bible speaks of, he took the symbol for the Sh and he made a W. All right? This is the Sh. All right? So, and this is even funnier. All right? So the Sh represents somebody with a ginormous overbite, 2 huge front teeth. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. This is where it comes from. So this was 2 front teeth. You understand? And I'm pretty sure that they didn't have a dental plan back then, because them things is sharp. You understand? So again, from the Sh, you get the definition: sharp, press, eat, or 2, because there's 2 teeth. What do you do with your teeth? You eat, okay? And then you also press things with your teeth. Your teeth grind food with your back wisdom teeth. All right? Okay. And then finally, the Th. All right. So the Th, very simple, came from looking on the ground at 2 cross sticks. Nothing fancy. All right. So that is how the ancient Hebrew language was formed, by looking at everyday things that you see every day across the path. You understand? The history of man is the same way. They started off very, very simplistic. You understand? To be honest, the best things are the simplest things in life. You understand? White man made everything complicated. I mean, he came to the Indian man and told him, we can give you a better way of life. I don't know what's better than going out hunting all day and fishing with your homeboys, bringing what you kill home, your woman cook it up, you feed the kids, then you make love to your woman all night. You got your own tent. That sounds like heaven to me. You understand? But the white man thought he could do better. La. All right. So now comes the fun part. So we're going to learn phrases. All right. Start working on speaking to each other. All right. So the first thing we're going to learn how to do, we're going to learn how to say good morning. All right. So I'm going to first write phonetically how it sounds. Hmm?
I thought it was by what part?
No, this is for general Q.
No, I'm saying. I was saying everybody say to by what part?
General Q said Tawab Bakar, and he teaches the class. So I'm going off of what
Oh,
Al
no
said.
sweat. I feel you.
No sweat.
I don't want to come. Just go ahead and change mine.
No sweat, brother. Alright. So everything in Hebrew is from right to left. So all right. So to say good morning to someone, let's say it together. Tawab Bakar. All right. What letter is that? It's the Y. What letter is that? All right. So with these little funny little open and close parentheses at the bottom, let you know if something is pronounced singular and something is joined together. All right. So this is not ta wa ba, but ta wa. Okay. Same thing. This is Bakar. What letter is this? This letter and this letter. Ra. Ra. Okay? So, if it was just singular, it would be ba, qua, and ra. But this right here underneath it represents it being joined together. So, it's Bakar. So, good morning is Tawab Bakar. All right? So, your husband wake up? Tawab Bakar, Adawan. You know what I'm saying? I would say Tawab Bakar Ahab, which Ahab is love in Hebrew. All right? So, and this is the Assyrian below it. There are no connectors in Assyrian. All right? So, which makes it even better. So, if you're able to read this in Assyrian Hebrew, it makes the ancient Phoenician Paleo Hebrew that much easier. All right? So everybody, you got it written down? Everybody's writing down? You got it down? Yes? No? Maybe so? All right. You know what? I'm going to keep that first part. Because we're going to be... So next thing we're going to say is good night. All right? right? So to say good night, say it together. Tawab layal, which means good night. Again, nothing's changed in the beginning. It's tawab. All right? What letter is this? La. This letter, same thing below, and la. All right? So it's not la ya la because you have a connector at the bottom. So it's la y'all. So good night is tawab la y'all. All right? So there's another way that you can say good night. You can say good evening. All right? All right. How you say good evening? I'll start saying, making it very easy. So starting off with the same beginning. Good means what? So if anybody be like, hey man, what's going down with you? All right? I'm Tawab. You know what I'm saying? So we know if nothing else, good means what? Tawab. All right. So good evening is Tawab Arabah. All right, so say it together. Tawab Arabah. All right? So we got Tawab down. All right? What letter is this? Because remember, I came from looking like an I. All right? This is what? And what? So, I, ra, ba. All right? Salaki. Because each letter makes its own sound. So it's not Arab. It's Iraba. All right? So, Tawab, Araba. So think of those as like staccato notes. You understand? You hit each note with a ba, ba, ba. All right?
Or like when you do the
Syllables.
and
Yeah,
words.
clapping them out. Right. There you go. There you go. Like the way you think. All right. So now we got how to greet each other in the morning, saying good night and good evening. Now we're going to say another word, something that you say every day. All right.
Side door.
All right. We're going to learn how to say thank you. All right. All right. So, something that you say every day. When someone helps you out, when someone pays for your meal, you say thank you. Right? This is not, as the Shalawamers say, fawada. That is not what this word is. It's the water. All right? So what is this letter? The. This letter. This letter. And what? Ha. All right? So the H is silent at the end. Duh. All right? So it's the, wa, duh. All right? Because H doesn't make a sound. Ha. Ha. You can't be like, for what the ha. It don't sound right. All right? So, but the end of ha and end of duh makes kind of the same sound. So, for water, thank you. All right? All right. Next phrase we're going to go over. How about this? Greeting your family. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. Something that you hear over and over in the Bible. How Adam spoke of Eve when he brought her into his family. Same thing that Lot said. Who was Lot to Jacob? You understand? You bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. All right. Let's see. No, not Lot. Who's Laban? There we go. There we go. All right. All right. All right. So the way you say blood of my blood in Hebrew is dam, hadam, shalayah. All right. Now, this is something to pay close attention to in the Assyrian Hebrew. The M is closing the letter, so it looks different. So if you look over here, there are two different mas in Assyrian Hebrew. You have one that opens the word and one that closes the word. All right? So, again, this is not damn. All right? It's not damn. It's dumb. All right? So the reason, and it's not dama because it's connected. So this is dam. All right, let's say it together. Dam, hadam, shalaya. Okay, connected. Dam, single, ha, dam, shalaya. All right, this is how you say blood of my blood. You know what I'm saying? So, what up, blood? You know what I'm saying? What up, cuz? You know what I'm saying? So, this is how like you would greet like a family member, like your brother. You be like, dum hadum, shalaya, shalom. You know what I'm saying? Yes. All right. Dam means blood. So, what is that right there? That's also blood. All right? So, don't think of English translating into Hebrew. This is Hebrew translated into English. All right? So, you kind of have to reverse engineer your mind, all right? Because it's not written like English at all. Remember, the Hebrew language sounds like a Native American when he first learned English. Woman, come now, sit here, down. All right? No flattery. You know what I'm saying? It's a very brutish language. Like they called our people barbarians. All right? Okay, so next, I'm going to do flesh of my flesh. All right. So the way you say flesh of my flesh, let's say it together. Bashar Shalayah. Okay? Which is flesh of my flesh. All right? So in Hebrew, this is really why when I first learned Hebrew, I loved Paleo-Phoenician ancient Hebrew because it made it easy pronouncing the words. Okay? So, this means that this makes a singular sound. Ba, sha, ba, shar. So the A drops off, so it's not ba, shara. Okay? So it's ba, shar. All right? And then, same thing as the other one. Sha, la, ya. All right? So if you were to say, blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, it would be dam, hadam, shalaya, bashar, shalaya. All right? So, like, you get into an argument with your woman, you know what I'm saying? You be like, dam, hadam, shalaya, bashar, shalaya, aha, shemai. You know what I'm saying? So you saying, blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, love, listen. You understand? So now we starting to put it together. You understand? It's just like Tetris. You understand? You feel me? Already. All right. Everybody got that? Just writing down. You got it? All right, cool. All right. For the romantics in the class, all right. So for the romantics in the class, I love you. All right. Ahab, Atha. Because Barakatha means bless you. Atha is you. All right. Ahab means love. Okay. So, same thing here. All right. This means singular. This joins it together. All right. Ahab. Atha. All right. So that is how you say I love you. You understand? General Muhammad in Wise Counsel a long time ago said every time he gets off the phone with his woman, he says Ahabatha. You know what I'm saying? We're not Greeks, we're not Romans, we're gonna say it the Hebrew way. That's how you tell your woman you love her. You tell your man that you love him in Hebrew. All right? So here we go. All right. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else? All right. So the last thing that I'm going to go over, I'm going to kind of put it all on the board at one time, is plural and singular conjugation of words. So we're going to work on I, you, he, we, and they, and the multiple forms thereof. Okay? So, start with I. All right? That's I. All right.
I don't know shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, but how you get on y'all and that first letter is I, where the end come in? I'm tripping.
All right. So first and foremost, this is just I. So this is singular. Okay. So this is like I am. All right. This is not like I see you. You understand? This is like you would use like I am coming somewhere. Like
I get what you're saying.
Mhm.
But where that end come from and then over there, it's just two letters and ain't no nah.
oh, Salaki, my bad, brother. Good catch. Nah, you wouldn't. Good catch. The water. There we go. All right. So the first two forms that we're going to learn all right, is I, as in I am, all right, is Anya, all right? This is the A, the Na, and the Ya. Anya, all right? So we already know you is a thigh from Ahabatha or Barakatha, all right? All right. So next we have he, she, and we. He is Hawa. The ha, the wa, and the ha, but the last H is silent. Ha-wa. For she, ha-ya-ah. It's almost like hiya. You know what I'm saying? Like you holler at a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So, ha-ya-ah. So you have the ha, the ya, and the ah. These are all singular. Ha-ya-ah. All right? Which is she. And then you have a-nuk-na-wa. A-nuk-na-wa. And if you really listen, this sounds like Native American speaking. Right? This is how you know Native Americans were Israelites. All right? I mean, if you want an example, like watch a movie, you can watch Dancing with Wolves, you know, where Edomite, you know, saves the Native Americans, the last of the Mohicans, where the last of the Mohicans is a white man, you understand? You know, he thinks that he can just save everyone. You know, he's the last samurai, you understand? Hey guys, calm down, calm down. All right? So, we is knock, Noah. All right? So again, he is Hawa, she is Haya'ah, we is Anak Noah. Right. All right, we have 4 more and we're done. All right, so now we're going to do you plural. All right. So whenever you see me put a M in parentheses, that's for masculine. Okay. Whenever you see me put an F in parentheses, that's feminine. All right. So these are the last four of the day. All right. Whenever you see an M or an F, that's masculine and feminine. All right. And we're dealing with the plural because this is you plural, talking about men like you guys. This is you plural, as in talking about you girls. All right. This is they, which is plural, talking about men, or they, plural, talking about women. All right. So anytime, like you know, we greet our brothers. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Baraka, Thah. So a Thah is you. All right. So that's when you're greeting a brother singular. All right. When you're greeting a group or you're leaving a group, all right, you say Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Baraka, Thumb. All right. Which is plural. All right. So the female, and this is a thumb. All right. Now remember, you gotta pay attention to the ending. All right. The ending for the ma, where you at, is different than the beginning. All right. It looks different, so make sure you're paying attention for that. All right. So the plural for you when you're dealing with women is a thun. All right. So when you're greeting the sisters, it's Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Alatha, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. All right? So instead you would say Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Alathan, plural, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. All right? So that's when you're greeting your sisters or leaving your sisters. All right. So the plural. Salaki. All right. And all right. So the masculine plural for they is ham, not to be confused with ham, like Hamite. All right. That's hum. All right. So Ham, like one of the three sons of Noah, is Ham. All right. It's not Ham in Hebrew. Okay. So this is connecting. This is the Ha and the Ma connected. Ham. All right. And then the female version of they is Han. All right. So this is the connection. The Ha and the Na. All right. So with that, you understand that is the Hebrew class, the Lashawan QADASH class, which means the Holy Tongue. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West 125th Street under Commander Junior Hana. You understand? And Shalom.